dreams to fly. I see the moments open up while I'm still alive. I drive the beast deep inside. The lies we tell ourselves. I bottle my pen, I battle my page. I write to the sword, I write for the stage. I look to the portal, I look to the time. Lies we tell ourselves. The dreams to fly. I see the moments open up while I'm still alive. I drive the beast deep inside. Lies we tell ourselves. Hell yeah. Here's to you, my loves. Thank you for being here. All my little prophets. Thank you, lies we tell ourselves. But now I fight for the light as thousands of silence scream to the night. Ethereal fire is my life, that's my little bit. We're gonna be listening to some rocks before all of that is light. I say my dream before me still, but I know. Living through the darkness, the pain and the sorrow. No shadow shall I claim, no morning shall I see tomorrow. For the night has just begun, enveloping my eyes. I see the dark in all that I have lost, the pain and the cries. Dark embrace, dark in life, dark in moments, dark in night, dark in dreams, dark in sorrow, dark in all that we are. I am unknown. I am unknown. So now is the day I dream of my final moment, when I dig my own grave and lay down in torment. Say my final farewell, knowing I'm bound for hell. In the dark embrace, where my soul shall dwell. Dark embrace, dark in life, dark in moments, dark in night, dark in dreams, dark in sorrow, dark in all that we are. I am unknown. I am unknown. No fire licks my boots as I step onto the gravel. The shadow of Lucifer hangs over my soul. Unravel, but I have nothing to behold. I dream of life that never comes. I dream of days that will never be, but I have already won. Dark embrace, dark in life, dark in moments, dark in night, dark in dreams, dark in sorrow, dark in all that we are. I am unknown. I am unknown. In the sun.
Unseen whispers in the night, revealing secrets hidden from sight. With ancient wisdom I'll ignite the flames of truth burning so bright. Ethereal cards, they hold the key, unlocking mysteries, setting us free through swirling mist. The future I see, guiding souls like a river to the sea. Welcome to the unknown prophet's domain, where spirits dance and fortunes remain. Let the tarot unfold. mist, the future I see, guiding souls like a river to the sea. Welcome to the unknown prophet's domain, where spirits dance and fortunes remain. Let the tarot unfold, let it explain the path that lies ahead, no refrain.
Good morning, my beautiful stars. Welcome to Dark Week. This is Joshua Adam Bleasy. I am the unknown prophet of Twitch. I do daily tarot readings between 9 a.m. and 12 p.m. Central Standard Time every day except the weekends. Hello, Sylvie. How are we doing out there? Now, let me explain how Dark Week works. Normally, I try to give you all the right information. I don't always tell you everything that I see for you. So this week, I'm going no hold bars, completely intuitional, except for the numbers you normally choose. But I'm not holding anything back this week. That means if I see something icky coming for you that you probably shouldn't know, I'm going to be telling you about those things this week. Now, the reason I hold certain things back is because the guys tell me not to tell you sometimes. Because sometimes we have to let free will take its course. So this week is going to be all about ignoring the standard rules and trying something a little bit different. This is my first time trying to do this, so I'm trying to learn how to do something in my own life and trying to learn how to accelerate my own spirituality. The only way I'm ever going to learn how to do this is by doing this with you guys. So that's how my learning processes works. Just sometimes you got to do it till you learn it. I'm trying to find something right here real quick here. So I got to fix this. All right, that's good now. Yeah, you can go to my Cash App if you want and give me. I don't have the right code out there, so if you want, it's I gotta find it. Cash App code. I know how to find it though. Watch this shit. So anyway, I am just, kind of doing my normal thing here. God damn it, I can't get the right tool. And as soon as I get this all taken care of, it'll be fun. So if you need a reading, Sylvie, let me know. Like I said, exclamation point, join the queue is open. But while I'm waiting for people to pop on in, good morning, my son. Good to see you. Hopefully all things are going well in your world and life is going according to plan. I'm trying to find something here real quick, my brother. So, all right. Well, I got a reading, so I might have to wait for that, I guess. Okay, give me a second here. Just had to find something in my. One moment and I'll get to you right quick, Sylvie. Cash App QR code. Alright, now I got that fixed. I can get rid of that. I can go like this now and go open. Hey, look at what I did. I got my QR code to work. Now I just got to resize it and then we'll get to your reading. Okay, Sylvie? Thank you very much for being patient with me, guys. I truly do appreciate it. Sometimes computers don't like me. All right. Now that I got that all taken care of. So this is Dark Week. So just so you guys are fair warned, this is the only time I'm going to tell you this. I am not holding back. Even the stuff you shouldn't know, I'm going to tell you. So if you're ready for this, guys, let's go full tilt kitty into Dark Week. All right, Sylvie, first up on the deck, what are your numbers? What are your questions? Let's go. I'm ready. You're ready. We're ready. Let's get going. All right, whenever you're ready, give me your numbers and your question, Sylvie. Okay, what are your numbers on that? 1 through 10, 1 through 52. All right, let me get the cards in the right spot for you. I ask these cards to tell me the darkest, deepest things that they need to know. Today, I ask these 5 paths to go into the void and grab the knowledge that I seek. Let me see this now and forever in this dark week. Let me see all that is hidden or kept from beyond. Let me show the journeys and the things that are beyond. Here are your 3 official shuffles. 1, 2, and 3. 14, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14 is now on top. You had a God card for you today, Sylvie. All right, Sylvie. So your question is, will D and I fix things after the third party situation? First of all, I want to say this much to you, Sylvie. There was a reason that this opportunity came about in the first place. There were already questions to begin with. The reason this situation happened in the first place is because you are starting to feel like there's not any commitment. There's not anybody sitting there who's got your side. Let's spice things up a little bit, see if we can get this thing going. But the potential of that is in order to keep the thrill alive, you're going to have to take bigger and bolder, better risk. It's about the thrill. It's about the thing you can't have. It's about the thing that the other person not necessarily wants. It's about that control. And I think you have to realize that this whole situation has been about his control over you. And control he has over you because you will allow him to have control. Or this other person will. And will you indeed fix things? I don't think you should fix things. I think things need to stay broken because I think that was the reason that this happened. You were given a choice to see if this was something that could be incorporated in your relationship. It didn't work out the way you wanted it to. It didn't feel the way you wanted it to. It didn't feel that need that you have deep inside of you. All that was a band-aid of want. It was just a pre-existing little bit of a band-aid to get you by until you could find a better answer. The new foundation that has yet to be set. So if you want this relationship to continue to be the same way it's been, and that's exactly what I'm saying. You felt left out of the equation. You were supposed to be a part of this, not the separate person who was coming in to be the, sorry to use this term, toy of the whole thing. You were the toy being passed around. You were the item that was something, and that's kind of how I feel like you felt after this whole thing happened. It was a wake-up call, Sylvie. A wake-up call to show you what this man really wants. The decay card is telling you it's time to throw away some of the bad, icky things that are happening to you right now. All of this toxic mess, all of this crazy emotion, all of this stuff that keeps bubbling it up. You know what the gods have been doing? They've been putting you into the fire, and you like the fire. Well, it's time to go into the pool and get cooled off a little bit here. Yeah, exactly. You felt so used. And that's why this situation happened in the first place. Because he wants power over you, not power with you. And he definitely doesn't want you to have the power. Even in the other aspect of the other girl thing that is, it's gonna be okay. Kuma's right, but I want you to hear me. This man does not have your best interest at heart. You should not want to fix things with D. This is what I'm supposed to not tell you here. I should let you do and find this out all on your own, but here comes the God card to tell you. It's time to embrace self, not somebody else. You can find some better love. You need to embrace yourself. You need to stop trying to embrace everybody else to fill you up. It's time to fill yourself up with the greatest love you will ever have. The love for yourself. Have some pride, Sylvie. Have some pride for yourself. If you feel used, you were used. If you feel like you were just somebody's little play toy, you were somebody's little play toy. So, knock that shit off. And you want to know what I want you to say? I want you to say you can have him. And walk your little ass away from this guy. You can have him. Bye-bye. See you later. Get your stuff and go out. Bye. Shoo, shoo, shoo. He can have him. And like I said, if you want this relationship to be the exact same it's been, you can set that foundation, but you better like the way it is now because it ain't changing. See? And I got to say one other thing. This guy was despicable in the first place for even suggesting that there was a problem in the first place when he's been the one who hasn't been communicating. He's been the one who's been cold. He's been the one who's been shy, holding things back and not being passionate. On all this time, you're giving all this effort. What has all that effort gotten you? Heartbroken, feeling destroyed, feeling used. You know what this should tell you? This is exactly the kind of love you should never ever want ever again. This should be your 100% nail in the coffin. That's what this should be. You're damn straight he fucked up. So, there's your answer. No. Don't fix things with D. With Will Dean after this third party situation. Say goodbye. So that's your answer, Sylvie. I hope that helped you today. All right, Kuma, into the reading room. Kuma, to the reading room. It's your turn to get bashed around. Exactly. And that's what this was for. To make you finally do that. Because once you feel that love inside for yourself, and I'm not talking about an overly conceited love here. I'm talking about self-worth and knowing what you're worth. And knowing that someone should never ever treat you like that ever fucking again. Because I want you to use this relationship as your example of what you should never ever do to yourself ever again there, Sylvie. You hear me? Okay. All right, on to the next. Kuma to the reading room. Kuma to the reading room. All right. So, that was my first ever reading using the side of myself I don't normally do. Now, the reason I'm doing this is to increase my spirituality and become a better reader, too. So, let me know how this week goes after this week. Please put your comments and stuff like that in the Discord. I want my Discord community to start to build up, guys. I need your help to build a community on my Discord server. We need to come together. Exactly. So, I think it's time to get Kuma the reading that they need to know. So how does this girl feel about you right this moment? Here we go with your 5 official shuffles. 1. God card. 2. 3. 4. And 5. All right. And now the 4th card is 1, 2, 3. And the 4th card is now on top. And you want to know what you should do about this girl and how she feels about you. So this is exactly how she feels about you right now, okay, Kuma? So one of the things I want to tell you about is that the nostalgia is real. That you do have to work on a little bit of your nostalgia of this whole situation, because it kind of feels like you're seeing with rose-colored glasses a little bit of what you would like to see. You're not trusting your intuition a little bit here. I think that the way she sees you is someone who listens to the higher powers of their lives, someone who listens to their inner self, who listens to themselves, you know? That's the kind of way she feels about you, is someone who listens to themselves, listens to what they want them to do, and it's just kind of like, you know, confident of myself and trying to learn the best way to be the better version of me. She's not trying to do this for anybody else. She genuinely just wants to be a better person. But, you know, right now she's in that introspective moment of her life where she's still kind of working on finding out how she feels. So part of it is a little bit of learning how to trust herself again and seeing if her intuition is right about you. So she's trying to learn how to trust herself again. So be ginger with it. Okay? So yeah, things have been trippy, but that's because things, when they start to get trippy and start to be so synchronicity like they have been lately, that's what the drive card comes in. When we're done with the last little bit of conversation we need to decide together where the end of this road leads. What signs do we have to pay attention to keep it healthy? What speed do we want it to go? What potholes we have to avoid? What part of the road that we want to travel upon? And who's driving sometimes can matter. But you have to go together as that team, that powerful team that can't be broken up. And part of this thing that she feels for you is that, is he ready to get in the car with me and drive to the end of my road as much as I want to drive to the end of his road? And since things are kind of being really trippy lately, don't think it's not freaking her out either. You know what I'm saying? And here's what we have to understand going on next, is she sees you becoming the person you said you wanted to be. So either she's seen you change from one kind of a person to be that person who's in charge of their lives, who knows what they want and knows how to get what they want. Yeah, the coincidences have been trippy. And that's why we're getting you to the point where you can walk the walk, talk the talk, and do the do. Now you all understand why you had to do the things you had to do and why you felt the way you did and why you had to feel that way. And as you realize that those leader vibes you're talking about, that's you stepping up to the plate and saying, I've got to start acting like I say I want to act, start doing the things I say I'm going to do, and follow through with those things. If people can see that within me, I really have changed. So what does she see? She sees the majority of you recycling, and that's what it is. It's about seeing the real reflection of somebody. That is so smoothless and effortless for a reason. I have a rule. When you meet the one you're meant to be with, it is effortless. It is trippy. It is undescribable, like two magnets coming together that you just couldn't pull apart even if you tried. Right? It's the two heavy magnets that it would take another magnet of equal or more powerful thing to separate the two of you once you're together. So she sees you for who you are, the good, the bad, the uglies, everything that's in between. She sees what you're trying to put out there, and she also sees the inside of you too, because she's very intuitive and very intuitive person as well. So I think that this is a good sign for you. I think this is something you should keep going, but I want you to take it one step at a time. The thing I'm not supposed to tell you is she is the one. Why do I say that? Because of this card. You have been ready to do this moment for a long ass time, my friend Kuma. It is time to explode that top of yours off. Finally and at last, let the beating heart of your soul thrive, and let that crust finally blow its top off and pour down onto this world that brand new, wonderful, beautiful lava that gives you that brand new start that they might have to just get out of the way of. Get out of my way, I'm coming through. That's right, it's time. It's finally time to unleash the beast. Stop hiding behind that little wall of yours and let it out. You've done enough healing. You've done enough. It's time for you to explode. It's time for you to let it out. It's time for you to show this girl just how much you want this to be a good thing. So don't give me that shit and go get him. Go get her. This is going to be a good one. Deemy, to the reading room. Deemy, to the reading room. Deemy to the reading room. Deemy to the reading room. Come on down, Deemy. Deemy, I love you some, but I'm going to put you on a 3-minute timer soon. Deemy to the reading room. Deemy to the reading room. D, son, where are you? Well, Alexa, 3 minutes. You get 3 minutes.
3 minutes, starting now.
All right, I called you out enough. I'm going to have a smoke while I wait. So, this week I am definitely going beyond what I normally do. Normally, there are sometimes when they tell me not to tell you certain things. We've agreed that there aren't going to be any more of that for this week. And then next week we'll return to normal readings. And then the last week, all the way up to October 31st, where we'll do something special. I'm having a trouble finding out who I want to be a part of my stream. If someone wants to be a part of it or whatever, you know. I just don't know what I'm going to do for that day, what I'm going to do special. I might open the veil again for you guys and allow you guys to talk to your spiritual loved ones that day. Sometimes I open the veil for Halloween for people, and then what I do is channel people's loved ones. So I allow their loved ones to come through and talk to them through me. So sometimes that's a good thing or a bad thing, and those can take a little bit longer. So because I'm channeling something, you know. Ads are going to begin in 2 minutes and 57 seconds. If you have ads or things like that, please remember to subscribe. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, guys. I am the Unknown Prophet of Twitch. I am here between 9 a.m. and 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. I do this because it is my love, my life, my mission in life, to find you a better day. I will try to find you the best day ever if I can, but if I have to tell you, you got to brace for that worst day ever. Trust me, it's time. It's time to let the beast out. This is Dark Week. Come on in. The water's not fine. So how are you doing, Paz? And your time is coming up here in just a little bit. So we just got 1 minute left for Deemy, and then it's your turn. Okay, Paz? "30 seconds, Deemy." And your time is up, Deemy. Last call, Deemy. Last call, Deemy. All right, Deemy, I'm going to have to put you out the next one. Alexa, cancel timer. Pause to the reading room. Pause to the reading room. Alexa, cancel timer. All right. That's the side I'm working with my shadow self right now. So this is going to be an interesting read. Let me get them in the right spot for you. Here are your 7 official shuffles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You have a 4 guard card. No, I called you out for 3 minutes and you weren't here, Demi. I waited 3 whole minutes for you. Just enter the queue again. I didn't skip you. I gave you 3 minutes. You weren't here when I called you out. That's why I just got done doing that. So I just got done doing the 3-minute wait time for you. So we'll get you right next, okay, my son? Don't worry, I didn't forget about you. I was going to put you on the bottom of the list, but if I do that, it won't let pause know it's their turn. So, okay. Anyway, we got it covered, right? All right. Here's your 7 shuffles, 10th card in now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What does your shadow self need you to know in a way that will benefit you going forward? There we go. Fixed it. So, pause. The thing I want you to realize about your shadow self is that the one thing you have yet to do, the one thing you need to do, is break the dam, my friend. It's time to go chaos level emotions. It is time to let that water either come out or it's gonna come out on its own. And you want to be at least a little bit in control of the way these things come out, don't you? Well, here's your last and final warning. If you don't start to relieve the pressure valve right now, today, I guarantee you within a week's time, your life will be on an emotional roller coaster in which you will not like. So be prepared for the emotional hell that might be coming your way because you're asking to work with your shadow self. You're going to go deeper into your self-conscious and your own mind than you've ever gone before. It's time to look into the deep wells to find out where your monsters are hiding and bring them out and let them play. It's time to go back into that past and recognize maybe, just maybe, I need to be the monster sometimes. Maybe, just maybe, I've got to let the darkness out. Why are shadows always attached to us and always behind us? Because they never ever stop following us around. No matter what we see or don't see, they're there. If you're in the dark, they're all around you. If you're in the light, they're right behind you, depending on which way the light is shining. And depending on which way you look at it, you have a potential to plant these seeds down that will bring you new growth. But no one's going to tell you how to do it this time. Guess what they're doing? They're putting the responsibility back on you. Pause. No, we don't want to tell you what to do here. We want you to tell us what you're gonna do here. Because either you get out of your own goddamn way, or that boulder's gonna smush you on the way down. Do you want to be smushed by the very boulder you've been pushing up? Or do you want to get out of the way of that damn ass boulder finally and forever and let it just fall down behind you without squishing you this time, huh? right? So maybe it's time to stop giving ourselves the excuses, and more excuses. You want to work with the dark? Then you better be prepared to swim as hard as you can, because they're not going easy on you. You want it? You got it. Here's what the gods have to say to you. So that's what you need to know going forward. Second of all, you have a 5 God card message. I thought you had a 4. You have a 5 because one of those cards stuck together. And it's absolutely true. What's being provided for you is a way forward, a harder path, yes. You will have to climb over some obstacles on your way to get to what you want. You will have to face some things you haven't had to face before. But all of it will be a part of the grander, more apparent dream that you need, because you need that hard path in order to build up a catalyst so that you can ignite that future of yours. You are creating the very catalyst that you need to spring forward the destiny and the thing that you want to accomplish by embracing this shadow self of yours. So you having to be determined and climb over those obstacles, whatever remains left becomes the catalyst that you strike against to be say, no more, no more. Here I am to tell you who I'm going to be. I will put down these swords, or if I'm going to turn any of those swords on anybody, I'm turning them on you, not myself anymore. I'm not going to battle on myself anymore. I'm not going to decide whether I'm good or bad anymore. I'm just going to be me, the person I was born to be, the person that I was made to be. I'm not going to hide from any of it any longer. It all gets to come out. It's all time for it to be shown. It's all time for that battle and the war to end so that we can finally fight against the one enemy, the true enemy. Doubt, fear, anger, and depression. This is the lesson. This is the lesson you need to learn. If you don't learn it this time, we are going to put you through the hell of all hells. This is your only warning. If you don't get the lesson this time, we will make sure the next time you go through this, you will damn well get the message. So unless you like being beat over the head several times with a hammer, I think you should just, take this advice and try to do it the best you can. Live up to what you say you're going to do. Walk the walk, talk the talk, and do the do. Because if you don't, that 2x4 is coming your way. Hoofty, hoofty, hoofty. Well, all right, pause. That's what you get. That's message for you. Dee-me to the reading room. Dee-me to the reading room. Stop playing your game and get back in here. You're welcome, pause. I think you're on your way to a healthier you, but you know what you're hiding behind, and you know that's why you had to start working with that shadow self, because you're done hiding, and that's what shadows do. They don't hide from nothing. They're out there proud and they're attached. No matter how hard you want to shake that shadow off, it will never come unattached from you. When I finally accepted my other half of who I was, and I don't let it out very often. I'll admit it, I don't let my dark side out very often. Whenever you're ready, throw me your questions. And this time, Dee-me, I'm going to go full till complete open book on you. So whatever you ask, make sure you know exactly what you want to ask. I'm going to tell you the unbridled, complete, everything, even the stuff I'm not supposed to tell you. This is the reading. You want it? You got it. I'm not going to hold back with you any longer. Even if they tell me not to tell you, I'm telling you. That's what I'm doing now. For this week, at least. So when you're ready, give me your numbers and your question. God damn it. I gotta fill my lighter back up here real quick. Okay? And what are your... Okay, thank you. That's good enough. As of right now, this moment, you are not my son. You are my reader. So everything else, the sun stuff is on Discord right now. I'm your reader. So I want you to remember that. Okay? This is what you wanted. Here you go. I know you understand. All right. Getting the cards in the right spot. When will you meet the girl, the one that you will need to meet? No more holding back, no more surprises, only the truth, only the deepest wells of the truth. Let me know when you're back. I'll just keep shuffling it until they get them in the right spot until you're ready. Okay, D? Go handle your customer. All right, if anyone wants to chit-chat for a bit, let's chit-chat for a bit. Okay, you're back? All right, then. Your cards are in the right spot for you, D, so here are your 5 official shuffles, then. Nah, don't worry. You have a customer, you have a customer. That's acceptable, okay? Having to do your job is okay. Don't have to apologize for that, okay? Stop apologizing. All right, now moving on. Here are your 5 official shuffles, D. 1. 3 cards. 2, 3, 4, 5. You have a 3 God card message. Physical, mental, and spiritual. And the 4th card is 1, 2, 3, and 4. When will he finally meet this one? The one that he is meant to be with. The one he is meant to have in his life. When will he finally meet that person? Dini, for a long time you've been going down this road of understanding yourself and understanding what kind of a relationship you want and really, really looking at it for the very first time. Everything that you've been through up to this point got you to be a little bit better person, a little bit stronger person. All these failures had to happen for a reason. Now that we have gotten most of the failures out of the way, it's time to start to concentrate on, at least by the first of the year, you will at least start talking to somebody. I'm not going to say you'll be in a relationship, but you'll at least start talking with somebody. And I do feel like this might be someone from the past, but it will be a brand new person there. They will have done the healing that they need to do. I don't think it's the girl we were talking about before. I think it will be a brand new girl. I think the destiny I've always told you about still stands true. You will meet the girl. You will separate for a short bit. They will realize what they've done and come back to you. And they will be the one who hunts you down for a change. The more you concentrate on trying to find the one, the more you push that person away. The more you concentrate on the person you want to be, like the ultimate gamer, the multiple person who wants to be that number one. The more you concentrate on that dream, the closer you get to love. I know that's probably something that you really needed to hear today, because it's time, Deanie. It's time to let go of the 4 years ago kind of guy. It's time to let that person die. We're ready to have a brand new journey. We have to let it all go. Everything has to go, Deanie. You have to start to say, I don't need to be that person anymore. I know who I am, and I know you know that, because we talk all the time. But when was it that you finally let go of all of that baggage that you've been carrying around with you? It's time to let it go so that you can finally make room for that person coming your way. When you are ready to see the real reflection of what needs to be done and what needs to finally die and go away from you, the stuff that you've been working on ever since we met, ever since we started talking, and I've not hold back from you when I didn't have to hold back from you, but now is the time to tell you what you need to hear. And Demi, I hope you hear me when I say this. You have to find that balance of give and take, just like you said you wanted to do. I have to concentrate on me for a while, because that's the part of me I want to grow, because I feel I want to make that a part of my life. Once you make it a part of your life, then you allow that energy to come towards you. You call all the good things there. You've learned better communication skills. You've learned patience. You've learned how to be there, be present. You've learned how to listen. You've learned how to speak your mind. You've learned how to stand up. You've learned how to set boundaries. You've learned how to do so many different things. But the thing you need to learn the most, D, is this. You, my friend, have the finger of a god. You can make whatever you want happen. So when you keep asking me when this is going to happen, I want you to say when it, not, I don't want you to ask me when it's going to happen. I want you to tell me when it's going to happen. You're an intuitive person. I don't want to hear it anymore. You know in your heart of hearts, this person is on their way to you. You can feel it. You can smell it. You can almost taste it. But everything that's been given to you is close, but not close enough. Close enough isn't going to count it. You want the one. So you must love yourself, because you are loved by more people than you ever possibly imagined, including this dude here. All right? And remember that you don't need anybody else's love to be perfect. That they will love you unconditionally, or they won't be a part of your life. That's the key. And number 3, it's time, Demi, to put your finger in the sand and say, this is the way I want my life to be. This universe, you will listen to me this time. You will give me what I want. I will never surrender. I will never give up. I will be number 1 champion of Counter-Strike one day, and I will have love, children, and the whole works will work out exactly how I see it in my head. I will reach that point in my life where I reach home within myself. When will you find real true love? When you are saying to yourself, I don't need to work on myself anymore. I'm good enough as I am. Either you love me as I am, or you don't love me as I am. It's time for you to stand up and say, I deserve better. So tell the universe exactly that you deserve better, because it's time for you to step up, Demi, and wait. Wait for that person to come find you. And I don't want to see you trying to find another girl, and at least until the middle of December. I want you to concentrate back on your game, because like I said, the more you concentrate on love, the more you push it away. The more you concentrate on your game and your team and all of that stuff, the more you build and draw, that light gets brighter and brighter and brighter. And that's what draws them to you. Your belief in yourself, your belief in your raising your level up, not only in gameplay, but in life. Because the home path is all about feeling at home. There isn't anything else to work on. And you know that. Exactly. You know that you deserve better than that. And that's what this was for. To show you exactly that you are better than that. That you deserve every happiness. You deserve to Control your own path physically. It's time for you to take the fan in your own little hands, Demi, and start to feed the fire that you want the most. And right now, girls have been kind of a bad mix for a long, long time. I think we need to get the message and leave the girl thing alone for a while and get back to doing the thing that we know we're going to do. Love is it has to happen in the right time, but you can become Counter-Strike because of your, number one, because of your determination, because of your skill, because of all that. But you got to take your future in your own hands and feed the right fire. Now, mentally, you have to stop thinking about winning the damn prize. Just get your ass working on the journey. What is going to get you to the end of your path? At the end of it will be the prize you're seeking, but it might not be exactly what you thought it was going to be. But sometimes close enough is good enough. And I think you will get what you're looking for as long as you get and decide that this is a journey. This is not a race. This is a marathon, Demi. And you have to start to learn how to run the marathon. We're going to make this be the number one, number top relationship. This next one, we're not going to accept a girl who is like that. The second they start to show boyfriend vibes or treat me like friend vibes, I want someone who will love me. When someone shows me that they deserve me as their partner, then maybe I'll consider that girl. But until she chases me down, I'm perfectly fine being healthy and happy, doing the things that I'm doing. And spiritually, it's time to take down that wall. Demi, it's time to break that wall. The wall you've been hiding behind that keeps you safe, that keeps you from being hurt, that keeps you from being, you know what? Maybe it's time you got hurt so that you can finally learn it. If that's what has to happen so you get the message, are you ready for that? Or are you going to take down the damn wall on your own accord and say, no, I'm not going to let my anxiety, my depression, what other people say, what that friend says, what I say, what anybody says as the cardinal whole truth. You know who I'm going to listen to? Demi. And the only wall that I'm putting up is one that's just a little bit of protection. I don't need a full-on ice wall to keep out everything. You're blocking yourself from your own happiness because you keep putting the same blocking your way. Smash through the damn wall, Demi, and discover who you really are by letting it all out. Don't apologize. Don't hold back and be the person you are and say to the universe, you know what? Send me the person who's right for me. I'm not going to go find it this time. You send it to me and I will find it before the end of the year. And I will find a relationship who love who will love it. And I will. It's time to put the power back in your own two hands, Demi. Butt kick. Done. And the thing I'm not supposed to tell you is that this is the girl coming up in December. That this person here, send it to me. Send what to you? Tell me what you need me to send to you. I didn't get that message. Oh, the person? Yeah. Yeah, especially. And that's what you need to say. You need to step up to the universe, Demi, and you need to tell it what you want. Be descriptive. Imagine it in your head, how it's going to happen, why it's going to happen, when it's going to happen. Imagine it all in your head and see it as real as you see me on this screen right now. When you believe it within every inch of your fiber of your being, then and only then will your light be bright enough for that person to see you. But you got to fix some of this stuff on the inside and say, enough is enough. I don't need to be any better or worse than anybody needs me to be. Stop putting that level up there. Stop comparing yourself to everybody else. It's time to get back to working on yourself. Like I said, your warning, the thing I'm not supposed to tell you is the more you try to find love, the more you push it away. The more you concentrate on your Counter-Strike dream and you start building that team and building that destiny the way you're supposed to, the closer and closer you get to love. So that's what I'd do to December if I were you. Exactly. Done searching. It's going to find me this time. This time, I'm going to let it find me. Let the girl come and give me the flowers or whatever it is for the male equation of showing you appreciation. Not sex, not just getting into bed and jumping your bones. That's not going to cut it. Real deep emotional attachment. We're not after the chasing part anymore. Yeah, exactly. And Demi, we both knew that she wasn't the right one when she had that relationship to begin with. I told you this probably most likely isn't the one when we first started. I said because of that relationship, it's going to be very hard for them to break it off, you know? So I do have another person who's in queue for a reading, but we can talk more about it afterwards as well. You're welcome. Like I said, to this week above all weeks, even the stuff I'm not supposed to tell you, I'm telling you right now. And that's what I'm not supposed to tell you, that if your destiny is at risk because you're not following the one thing you know you want to do. You're not walking that walk. And that's what's driving you farther away from your destiny, is you keep trying to find something that should be finding you. All right. I love you, and I will talk to you when we maybe sometime after then. Yes, it has been a while. Welcome to Dark Week. It's a little bit different this week. I'm going full tilt, getting into the subconscious. I'm going to drag out all the bad ickies and make you see and show them and face those things. So if you're not ready for that kind of level of change, that's what this week's all about. Just giving you all of the... Yeah, I know you will. I don't have a question in my mind that she's coming. It's just when. And I see it before the end of the year, before the end of the new year, right around New Year's. That's when I honestly see it. You're welcome. All right. Caitlin. Caitlin, to the reading room, please throw me your numbers and your question. Okay. I love you, son. Now you're my son again. I will. Caitlin, to the reading room. Whenever you're ready, throw me your numbers. 1 through 10, shuffle them out. 1 through 52, answer amount. 1 through 10, shuffle amount. 1 through 52, answer amount. Throw me your numbers. And whatever question you would like to ask today. This is Dark Week. I'm going into the subconscious. I'm going into the deep recesses of the deep well of all things. I'm pulling out stuff that you aren't ready to hear. I'm telling you stuff that they don't necessarily want me to tell you. So that's what I said before. Normally, I just try to tell you how to improve your life and get you onto the right path. Now they're telling me, here's the big warning I'm not supposed to tell you. Yeah, what you need to know is right. Okay. Here we go. Give me your numbers. Are 9 and 3. Okay, give me a second. We have an ad, so starting in 2 minutes and 50 seconds. So I'm going to snooze that one. If we have an ad start, just let me know so I can stop. Okay, Caitlin? And I paused it for about 5 minutes, but I got 5 minutes before it starts up again. And then if you you're in the middle of a reading, just say ads. Okay. And then I'll come back and say, where did I leave off? Okay. Top of the hour is always ads. I try to keep my ads to a minimum as much as possible, but I am trying to make a little bit of money here and there. I tried an experiment this month by giving myself the 3-minute recommended ad time that Twitch says to see if it would make a difference in my the money I take in every month, because I get about $60 a month if I'm lucky from Twitch. That's what my paycheck is. You know, if I were to really go off of what I got paid, I couldn't do this. You know, so here we go with your 9 official shuffles, Caitlin. Here we go. Here's what you absolutely need to know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3. What do you need to know? That you really need to know right now? That you need to finally accept? That you need to finally understand? Caitlin, one of the things that the gods are telling you to do is this. It's time to stop it. It's time to stop any negative talk about yourself. It's time to stop all of that bullshit that you've been doing to yourself. It's time to accept yourself for who you truly are and not be afraid to let that part of yourself out anymore. I don't know if it's something like holding in a secret, like maybe you're gay or something or whatever else the secret might be, but this secret is killing you. And the only way for you to ever be a whole person is to stop hiding behind the ugliness of the world and saying, no, it's because of the world. No, it's because you yourself aren't ready to say, I am free, I am me, come see me. And I don't care what the world thinks. If I'm gay, I'm going to be loud and proud about it. If I'm something else, I'm going to be loud and proud about it. I don't care if you're a Trump supporter. Whatever your way of being, it's time to let it out. And let that part of yourself be free and seen. Exactly. It's time to come out of the closet, sister. It's finally time to show them the witch and priest you goddamn are. Because the willow has come to tell you that no matter what you've been through, up to this point has been to get you to this specific point where now you say, I have to live a more spiritual life, because the only way you ever get to your goals and dream is if you believe in that will and intent. Sister, say it with me. I love perfectly. I trust perfectly myself, and then I trust perfectly the gods that I worship, and then I love perfectly the world. Love and trust. In perfect love and perfect trust, do no harm, but live your life to the fullest. Do as much harm. You can't walk this world without doing any kind of harm. We all harm. Every time we step on the little granite road of the world, we harm something. Every time we breathe, we harm something. We cannot live a life without harming something. You must walk the path of the witch's road, the true witch's road, down all 5 elements: earth, air, fire, water, and spirit. People think that spirit isn't a part of that star, but without that spirit on the top of that star, there is no star. It's a box. That's what you get. You get a box full of tricks if you only follow 4 of the elements. So, it's gonna be okay. No matter what has happened up to this point, it's gonna be okay. Your destiny is already on its way. You get to create it. You've been handed a blank check this time. Be careful what you wish for. You're gonna get it. The potential is real, Caitlin, for you to grow into the kind of person you really want to be. But you have to ask yourself one simple question. Am I ready to tap in to my unpotential? Am I ready to tap into my own unearthed potential? Am I finally ready to show these people what a true witch looks like? Now, I'm not asking you to put your life in danger or anything like that. Please do it safely. But you know what? When I came out of the closet, my mom accepted me. She tried to understand me. And then somewhere around the second year, she became a witch herself, because she saw how much positive I was getting out of this faith. And when she started to do it, she changed too. You know what's been happening to you, Caitlin? And I love to say this to you because it's going to mean so much to you. They have opened your goddamn eyes. You are finally seeing the world for how it really is. The rose-colored glasses have broken off, buddy, and you're about to be seeing a brand new world. This thing I'm not supposed to tell you, your third eye is opening, and you better get ready for the flood. So I'd work on your shielding, and I'd work on your good and bad able to, because when they start to flood those messages into your head, I don't want you to come back here crying about how much it's too much for you. You asked for it, you're going to get it. Because this is what they're going to do to you until you're ready. They're going to donate to you what you actually need. So everything that happens from this point forward for at least 1 month is happening for you, not against you. Remember, it's all a part of a plan to get you to that place you said you wanted to be. I'm reading what you said here. You're going to lose friends. You're going to lose people who have been longtime friends of yours. But you know what you're going to gain? You know what you're going to gain from those people going out of your life? The toxicness is finally going to leave you. All that toxicity is finally going to have somewhere else to go because you're not going to accept it anymore. The donation you need to put back into your life again, the person you need to give to the most right now is you. Accept what the Lord and Lady is giving you. Accept the lesson, learn the lesson, then apply it to your goddamn life. And when you're ready to come out of that broom closet, and I want you to keep this in mind, Samhain is the witch's new year, a day of rebirth. So if you can do something for me, ready, Caitlin? I really want you to do something for me. I want you to go find a box somewhere. Any size box, okay? It can be this kind of a size box. I don't care. I'm just using this as an example, okay? I want you to create yourself the closet you've been putting yourself into. So everything you've been hiding, I want you to write on little pieces of paper and put this in the closet that you've been hiding behind. I want you to write as many of the things that you've been hiding in that closet. All your feelings, thoughts, all of it. And then I want you to go do a witch's ritual of transformation, transforming this shit into the witch you said you want yourself to be. You're going to have to manifest with your will, your intent, what you're going to destroy in order to create. By your will. So I want you to fill this up. And I want this to be the last time you hide behind a closet door. At least you've opened the door and said, I'm not going to be in here anymore. Now we need to take the doors off the goddamn hinges and walk out of this closet once and for all. Now you can finally breathe because you're not trapped where the fire's outside licking the doors and you're next on the menu. That's what you get for hiding in a closet for so long. The fire has gotten up to your door, and I don't know if you're going to get out in time to get free. You're going to have to run through the fire, into the water, letting the air dry you off while you somehow make it to the ground just in time to heal. It's going to be a goddamn roller coaster for a while, and I want to warn you, the thing I'm not supposed to tell you is this is going to be a very transformative, emotional time for you. But somewhere in the future, you will thank the gods themselves for it. You will thank them for every last thing they put you through in this next couple of months. And that's what I'm not supposed to tell you on the dark half of that. Now, you can burn that closet away if you want, but whatever way you decide to get ready of it, it is time. That's what I'm supposed to tell you. It is time. So either you stay I want to put it this way. Either you do this now or you stay in the closet forever because you'll never be able to escape it. Hail and farewell, sister. You know, I will talk spirituality till I'm blue in the face. I will talk about the gods till I'm blue in the face. Because you have to remind yourself of all those things of what it means to be a witch and a priest in our faith. Now, I don't know if you're a Wiccan, Druid, or whatever way you follow the craft. That I don't care about. The tenets stay true. The real witch's road is walk all those elements. To use your intuitive self. To use that part of yourself that knows the answer because you are a spiritual being. You know these all. Yeah, like I said, whatever way you follow the gods, I don't care. Then you know the lessons of Anubis. You know the lessons of Bat, and you know the lessons of Ra, and you know the lessons of not Aphrodite, sorry, Nefertiti. You know, and stuff like that. And it's all about the Egyptians. The way I remember when I learned about the Egyptian gods were that they're all about preserving the history so that the history remains true. They didn't want just any truth told. They wanted everything told exactly how they wanted it told. They did it in pictures. They didn't write it in words. They write it so that anyone could understand what those words on that little thing mean. They did it in diagrams and signs and symbols and stuff like that. And they gave you a clue to everything. If you look at any Egyptian, old Egyptian stuff, like on an Egyptian wall, the story's right there for you. You just got to learn how to look at it from the perspective of what's the simplest answer, you know? And you know how to do that. But they require you to unearth that secret knowledge, the knowledge that came when the earth was born. They're primordial gods as well, Egyptian gods, you know? So, and you know, right now I think you should be working with Anubis and you should be working with Bat the most right now. But Bath, sorry, or however you say it, his name, because that's what they're telling me. So if you want to start trying to talk to those two a little bit more, you know, I think that would be helpful for you. And we can still talk if you guys want. You know, yeah. But sometimes we spend so much time in one pantheon that sometimes it's healthy for us to just look outside our own pantheon for a little bit. See if there's something else out there that rings true. Are you being asked to redouble your efforts, or you're asking to be more patient with them as well? And he's not going to be patient much longer. You know that, right? He's going to open that gate on you and you're not going to be ready for it. Wait till he opens the north gate to your ass and you're sitting there going, help, prophet, help. Do you know how to remember how to do your shielding? Do you remember how to do your grounding and centering? Do you remember how to do all of that stuff? Have you become a lazy witch? How many rituals have you done this year? How many times have you done something that's been in honor of the gods? Yeah, maybe it's time to get a different perspective. Yeah, they're calling you out there, buddy. They're calling you out big time there, Caitlin. They're going, okay. Yeah, it's time to clean out the storage room and make that room be empty. They want you to clear that whole storage room out. They want you to call cleaners are us. Yeah, and now they're gonna, like I said, you understand. I know you understand. But you know, it's like, yeah. Well, dreams are that's where Anubis's playground is, in dreams. I mean, he's a master of death and dreams, the unseen. You know, the unknown. Of course, you're gonna get all of that information. Scary, ain't it? Wait till he shows you the other side of the coin. Oops, my bad. Wrong window. When I don't have anybody in my chat, I play marbles. All right, we get more meals tomorrow. Yay. Oh. So, you know, and if you want, do you want a pure intuitional, your guides are telling me to tell you something kind of a message because they want me to really be sure you're ready for something that will shake your world up. This one, they asked me to ask you if you're ready for it. Otherwise, I just tell you. But they want to hear you say, I'm ready for my new challenge. That's what they're asking. They want me to tell you, isn't it time to burn the journals and let go of that war chronicle you've been keeping? Isn't it time to finally make a new book of shadow? One that creation of this new journey you are on, and let the past go to the earth like it's supposed to. It's time to get rid of your journals and stop looking at them like they are your preciouses. Well, that precious is turning you ugly. It's time to let it go. It's stopping you from happy. There, that's what I'm supposed to tell you. Yeah, it's just time to be ready. Yeah, and it's time to start a new journal, a new journey. That's what a journal is all about. It's chronicling our journey. Now, I don't mean you have to physically go burn the books, okay? I mean that you have to use all of that manifestation, all of that will and intent that went into every decision that you made. If you go back and you look at every time you made a good choice for yourself, what did you always do? And if you can realize what you've always done to overcome every obstacle in your life, and I know you're on the precipice of learning this, that all you had to do in the first place was say, yes, I can. And yes, I will. You have the same kind of a finger I do. You have a destiny finger. You can weave your own destiny. You can weave your own timeline. Why do you think sometimes you think things aren't going exactly the way they're supposed to be going right now? And that journal is proof that you've done this before. Not this life, but this journey, the same journey you've been on since you were a spirit. To learn how to overcome what mundane world teaches me and learn how to be someone who's more spiritual. That's what your whole spirit journey has been about. Going from mundane to a more spiritual person. You've always done that in your lifetimes, all of your lifetimes. And the thing that you do the most in every single lifetime is that when you are faced with the very hard choice of saying this is who I am or not who I am, you always seem to retreat. This is the time they're trying to get you to not retreat again and step out and into the light where you can be seen. Sometimes we have to put ourselves in danger in order to be, in order to really play the game, you have to understand all the things that need to be on the board. And that's what they want me to not tell you and tell you at the same time, But if you're going to, I would condense your journals into like a complete history, like here's what happened before. And I know that's what you needed, but, that's why I had to be like that. Because that's what the one thing that they don't want me to tell you because they want you to try to figure that out for yourself. But this is Dark Week, so, hey, that's what you need, you needed to be warned of. And like I said, get ready because starting, I think, around the 17th, you're going to start getting more and more increasingly detailed messages from beyond the grave. The veil is going to thin real fast for you. So if you need help and you do get stuck, please come ask me for help, okay? I'm open to helping you. I'm not going to make you do this on your own, but they are. All right, I wish you well. I hope that helped you and got you moving in the right direction today. Ah, good. I'm glad that's what you got today. I always pride myself on one message. I pride myself on more than anything. If I believe in anything, it's that people find me when they're meant to find me. I don't need to be the most popular person here on the system. I don't need to have 50 to people, 60 people in my chats all at once. I'm here to help the people who really, really, really need it. So that's what I do. They come to me. I let the people come to me. I don't try to go find them. I do kind of be a pest sometimes, but okay, you had an ad? I'm sorry, I didn't know you had an ad. Yeah. You're stronger than you're giving yourself credit for, too, Caitlin. You've got a lot more power than you haven't tapped into yet. And a lot of the gifts that are coming for you in the next coming years, once you've obtained this one gift, yeah. And it is time to stop the reading thing, too. If you're going to read, if anyone's going to read you, you should read yourself. That's what you should do. You should read yourself. Get your cards out and really shuffle them and say, higher self, you need to tell me the truth here. And really read them like you are your own person. I think it would be really helpful for you to see how your higher self and your lower self work together. And bringing those two closer together and letting them become one person. I know you're working on that right now, but the key to that is you already are that person. I'd be happy to collaborate with you. Anytime you want to collaborate, I've got a collaborate button here, Apple. All you got to do is knock on my door. We set up a time when we can collaborate together. Hell, if I'm slow enough, maybe we can do that. So, I would love to collaborate with you. I'd like to see you stream a little bit more, Apple, before I decide to say, yeah, that's a great idea. But thank you. Yeah, that's what I have. You can contact me via my email, which is theunknownprophet at tarot at gmail. And that, if you want to find out all my links, it's !socials, and that shows you all of the social stuff. So if you guys want to find out more about that. Ooh, knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Ooh, I believe in time before. You guys want to hear my new song I just made? I'll try not to make it too loud for you. But it is a loud one. Gonna warn you. Alright, here we go. Here's my newest song. It's called The Lies We Tell Ourselves. I hope you enjoy it. And yep, there you go. You click on that and it's got all my links right there for you, Apple. But hey, I am slow enough. If you want to come together and we can talk a little bit before I say, let's do that, I would absolutely love to do a collaboration with you. I'm all about that here. We try to support community. Okay, now that you can actually hear me. As soon as I turn my microphone up again, there we go. Now you can hear me. Can you hear me now? So, all the songs that you hear on my channel are original songs. I write all of the lyrics. I even come up with the melodies sometimes. And this one, I came up with the melody. I wrote the lyrics, and I just had my little algorithm help me out with putting, I put the chorus and all that stuff together, all of that stuff, so that it would do it right. And then on the fourth try, I got exactly what I was looking for. So if you guys are looking to see some of my other music, you can go to here, I'll get you a link here where you guys can follow if you want. I'm a very, very creative dude. So if you want to hear all of my songs, go ahead and go there, and you will find all of my songs. I'm a poet. I'm a writer. I do a lot of creative things. So I'm a vagabond when it comes to creativity. I just do whatever feels right. I've painted. I've wrote. I've done all these stuff. I don't know how to contain my creativity, and I shouldn't. So, I mean, and I can also give you a better, more lighter and happier song if you guys are wanting it. We're doing good today, Cozy. We're doing Dark Week this week. We are going no hold bars, not holding back anything, even the stuff I'm not supposed to tell you, I'm telling you today. We're doing it all week long, and then next week we'll return to normal readings, and then the last week we'll see about Sunday, the 27th, all the way to Halloween. We'll be doing another Dark Week all the way to Halloween. So, and then on Halloween we'll be doing something called Opening the Veil. I just haven't done a poster for it yet. So, it's a little bit different today. And this is my first day doing it, so they've been going good so far. Here's the light happy song. Oh, Cozy. Never mind. Give me a second here. All right, Cozy. What are your numbers and your question for today? You got it. What are your numbers? 9 and 17. Okay, here we go. Here are your 9 official shuffles. Wait a minute. Yeah, I haven't even started shuffling yet. Here we go. Here are your 9 official shuffles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, too many. 6 God card message for you today, Cozy. And that was your 9th shuffle. All right, here we go with the 17th card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. Flagged for what? Why would you be flagged? I haven't, there's only one person I've ever banned from my chat. And that's because he wouldn't at least accept whatever he wanted. I don't know what he wanted, but he just wanted to cause chaos and trouble here. And I just said, nah, I don't want that in my stream. So I got rid of him. Other than that, there's only one person I've ever banned from my chat. And he did something that I just didn't want in my room anymore. So sorry if you accidentally got banned for some odd reason. I don't know why. But we'll get you in just a little bit. Okay, Faithful? Thank you. So, what do I need to tell you, Cozy, that your guides need to tell you? We're having an ad start in 2 minutes and 57 seconds. So, if ads start for you, please let me know. I'll try to stop and continue reading after, okay? So in case you need to do that. So, Cozy, one of the things I want you to know is it is time to stop hiding in your little hobbit hole. It's time to stop hiding behind the computer and get out into your goddamn community already and be a part of the community. Be that bright sunflower in a sunflower along with all the other sunflowers. It's time to come out of that shell. Time to get yourself out into the real mess of the world so that you can gather up the happy. The only way you're ever going to get to where you want to is to find that place where you can grow in that open field along with all the other people who just want to do what you want to do. Be a better person. So it's time to communicate clearly. And I do say clearly communicate what your wants and needs through everything you do. What is the physical of it? What is the mental of it? What is the spiritual of it? What am I doing to bring this group up to be even more positive? What am I doing in that group? I'm gathering up the sun so I can communicate my needs and wants. I have to learn how to communicate my need versus my want. We've been filling want for a long, long time. Isn't that getting tiresome, just filling it up with the same old crap that doesn't fix anything? Maybe it's time to fill the goddamn holes. But the only way you're going to do that is to communicate clearly what you actually need to fill that hole with. You have to be honest with yourself and see all the little parts that go together, the dark and the light parts that have to stay together to see the whole reflection of who you really are. You're about to be shown your truest reflection. And I think it's going to surprise you in a good way. Not in a bad way this time, but in a good way. And that can be just as much overwhelming for you to handle as the bad thing, because we've never seen the extreme positive of what our path would look like before. So when we're going to be shown that, it's going to shock us because we're never going to believe that can be possible. But it is possible because you have to start to build the right kind of thing to make that be. It's time to pick up your toolkit and make the walls that you need to keep you safe. What does keep you safe but not too protected? What lets people come in your door when you allow them to come in? You're building a home here. It's time to stop hiding behind the walls and come out and play. But it's also time to make sure that you build nice, strong, healthy walls this time. Not the same old bullshit you've been doing. You know what I'm saying? So stop hiding behind the what ifs and maybes and I can'ts and all of that shit. It's time to own your power. Step up to the plate. All right? Good. So let's get to the God message of it all, right? Because that's the real I have to yell at you stuff. And we got a 6 God card message, so. All right, Cozy. We're ready for the real work. We're ready for the real task at hand. Are you ready for your new mission? Because here it is, black and white, plain and simple. Your 3 missions. If you want, you're ready. Good. It's time. Ad break starting right now. If you have ads, we're going to wait 1 minute and 24 seconds for the ads to stop. I'm grabbing a coffee. Let me know when the ad is over and we'll start up again. We're waiting for the ads. 20 more seconds on my end. Okay, we're back. All right, good. That's what I was waiting for. All right, so here we go with your message from your gods, okay? So this is your challenge. This is them challenging you to do these things, okay? So this is your 3 challenges, okay? First thing they want you to do is it's time to let go of the past once and for all. You need to create your own death ritual and let this part of you die. It's time to let it go in the best way you know how to do it. Create your own ritual for yourself of saying goodbye to everything you have to go bye-bye to. It's time to finally let that die and let the mundane die so you can step into your true priesthood so that you can know that you have to become the balance, the give and the take. You need to learn how to take as well as give. It is your time to take, not to give. What should you take? Take your power back and own that power. Take your love back and own that love. Take your destiny back and carve it into what you want it to be. No more excuses, no more. It is time for you to have your power and use it, to love yourself and use it, to be the person who says, this is how it's going to be, universe. And I want you to understand. If you don't, you'll never grow. Number 2 lesson, physically, this is what you need to do. Mentally, it is time to bring all of your worlds together as one, to walk what I call the gray in between. It's that little gray area where you don't have to be good, you don't have to be evil, you just live a life. And if you make a mistake, you make a mistake. You learn from the mistake and you grow from the mistake. If you make a good positive direction, well great, that takes you to a nice positive direction. But you've always got to come back to center so that when you do and are ready to make the decisions of your life, that is what it is time for you to do, to bring your whole symphony together, to be one harmonious. All that metal comes together, and that all of that metal has to break down and heat up and break down and heat up. And it's time to put that true work into what you need to do mentally to bring yourself together, to be that unison, that symphony. Forge yourself into the person you are, not the person you want yourself to be, the person you are. And spiritually, here's what they need you to do. It's time for you to realize that whatever needs to exit this person that you don't want to be anymore, either get rid of the bad furniture or let it stink up your house, the new house you're building. You don't want to take the old furniture with you. You want brand new furniture with brand new ideas, with a brand new way of doing things. You don't want to take any of your shit with you. It's time to throw it all away, you hoarder, you. Okay? Don't let your home become a nightmare. Allow yourself to be okay with who you are, the good, the bads, the uglies. You are perfect just how you are. You don't need to do a damn thing for us. We need you to realize that. I don't need to take anything out of me. I need to transform those things, yeah. You were next, so I don't know why you left, but she had to leave. Okay, whatever. But it's that time. It's time for you to finally say, I am home. When someone says to you, if you should go home, it's time to say, God damn it, I am home. You're welcome, Cozy. So how are you guys liking this so far? You liking the way it's going so far? You like these kind of readings? Maybe we'll keep doing them. I don't know. Yeah, well, good. I'm glad to hear that. Because, like I said, I'm experimenting with letting when I usually do a reading for people, there are some things that the guys tell me to keep away from you guys. Because in order for you to make the free will choice that you need to make, if I told you, you might make a different choice. Well, now I've given myself carte blanche to not do that for at least this week. If they tell me not to tell you, I'm explicitly telling you, just because they told me not to. Although they're working with me pretty good on that right now. So it's more of a, all right, what am I not supposed to tell them? Then they tell me what I'm not supposed to tell them. And then you guys get to make up your free will choice anyway. So, yeah, there you go. All right, Cozy, I'm taking you off the list, but we can still talk if you want. Yeah. And that's a good thing. I know that you take all of this as advice and that you really do think about it a lot, but you make your own choices. You'll take all the advice, you'll take a reading, you'll take it in, yeah, you'll think about it, yeah. But when it comes down to it, you're like, what is my choice, though? Even though I've gotten all this information. So you're very good about doing that. That's what makes you a very powerful person, actually, is your ability to do that. To make up your mind. Not a lot of people know what they want. Really, it's a very big gift. Your guides also want me to tell you, stop ignoring the flashing lights. Your guides are trying to tell you to stop ignoring the flashing lights. Whatever that means to you. There's some kind of flashing light visual message they've been giving you, but they're not telling. They say it's about you not seeing what you're supposed to be finding. Something's there when you start seeing the blinking lights or something like that. And I'm not seeing what it is that they want me to find. They're not holding it back. It's just I can't. It's kind of like underneath covers of something, Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Something you have to uncover that you have to set free. It's time to let the pain show all the scars that person who you've been torturing all this time, what it looks like after all of this. Once you take a nice hard look at what you've been doing to yourself, you might be a little bit better, easier on yourself. You're gonna get that big ass thrown in your face. I'm gonna show you all your scars example. That's what they're gonna do. And then you'll make up your mind on what you want to do about it. Yeah, exactly. And it's you trusting your intuition. You know most of this already. It's just you need that confirmation. And everything I'm saying is just big ass confirm. Oh, damn it! Oh, there with me. I just lost my chance at $251. Oh well, I get paid next week. I think I'll survive. Uh. Is the music low enough so you can still hear it and hear me talk? I just want something to listen to while I'm waiting for people to come in. So let me know, Cozy, how the sound is, if I need to turn it down more or what I need to do, if you would mind helping me. How's the music? Good or bad? Up or down? Perfect where it is. Okay, good. Then I'll keep it right here for now. I just wanted something to listen to for a little bit. Play a little bit of my music I made, you know what I'm saying? This is one of my more positive ones. Here's one I really like. Hey, that's fair. I like critique. It's okay, that's fair. I like that. This is what called I See You. I felt like something light. Yeah. Let me turn that down for a second. That's part of the truth there. The fibromyalgia is definitely a big start of it. And then once you start on maybe like a Lyrica or something like that, those will start to go away. But you also need to deal with the underlying condition as well, which is more of the how you eat, what your diet is like, what kind of things you're putting into your body. You're going to have to become a little bit more conscious of the kind of things you put in your body and kind of return to a more dietary restriction note, because there's something you're putting in your body that just doesn't like, your body doesn't like. And you're getting way too much. That's why you're craving this other stuff right now. You're craving, I feel like you're craving a lot of nuts, berries, and stuff like, like you would be foraging in the forest kind of stuff, Gabapentin, yeah. Right, and you got to give that medication. You should also ask them to put on a secondary one for the muscle tension as well. Like my wife takes something called tizanidine, and it is a muscle relaxer, but it's a long-acting muscle relaxer. So it works through the whole day. It doesn't just work once. And she takes it at night. It also helps her sleep at night. But so it's a sleep, helping you get the sleep and the rest I need. And also it does that pain management stuff. So you might want to ask your doctor about that as well. Because you need a combination of two different medications. One for the fibromyalgia, one for the underlying chronic pain condition you have. Because you have a chronic pain condition as well. And I feel like it's most of it is in the legs and the hands, but it all stems to the back. There's something going on in your back, and I would say L1 to L6 region of your back. That's the low back of your back. It feels like it's right up on the first two vertebrae from what I can see there. The thing I'm not supposed to tell you is that you need to get into a different doctor and maybe see someone different, because I don't think he's telling you everything you need to know. You need to just get someone who's going to be a little bit more hard-nosed with you and not let you get away with things. This doctor will kind of let you, get away with things a little bit. You either need to tell your doctor, stop treating me like a child. I need you to treat me like an adult here. I need to hear the truth. Please just tell it to me. I'm ready for it. And then you'll get the news you're not ready for. Yeah, it has everything to do with something in your back. And that will help a little bit. Do you do herbs? Do you like herbal remedies? My wife makes a fibromyalgia tea, and I could tell you the ingredients of it, and then you'd have to make the tea. But it's a lot of ingredients for a tea. Okay, give me a second. I gotta go get it. Leave that open a little bit. All right, sorry, I couldn't. I thought she had. Okay, that's what I'll do. Write me on Discord, and I'll have my wife write the recipe out for you, because I'd rather her give me the recipe, because I couldn't find it. It wasn't on her bottle like she normally does it, and I was gonna say I'd have to look up the context here for you, in the book. But there's a really good book called Green Pharmacy that you should maybe try reading as well, and it is about the history and evolution of Western medicine and herbal medicine. It's called Green Pharmacy by Barbara Griggs. It's a good book to read as far as doing some more natural things. And when you read through the book, it'll kind of tell you how to go about what you need to do. But this doesn't really have potions or anything in it. I thought it did. I'll get the right recipe though for you. I promise. I thought that's what the book it was. So yeah. I wish I could remember what was in that. I'll get the recipe for you though, and I'll make sure I have her write it down for me, so that it will be helpful for you. I know, no worries. I just didn't have it readily available, that's all. I ain't worried about it. What's meant to be is what's meant to be, right? I'm out of green until Wednesday. Trying to see if I have even a little bit in here. And I don't. Alright, that's all that one has. Try to find every place we did green in. Well, there we go. So we've got a very tiny bit of dust here. And what you do is, you take that tiny bit of dust, you add a little bit of the tobacco to it. I'm going to see if there's any extra green there. Nope. Just double check it. Get this all nice and mixed in here. Get this dust in here. And then what we do is we put it back in the chillum. And even though it's going to be a small burst of, okay, and I will get that recipe to you as soon as my wife wakes up, and that could be like a couple hours. So here goes everything. The one-hit wonder, the only one I will get. Sometimes, if I'm lucky, when we've been smoking green, she doesn't smoke it all the way to the end, and I can see about getting another thing of green somewhere in here. That's only if she left the green in here in the first place. Usually you can tell it's harder. Well, for me, cannabis, the appeal for cannabis for me is that it takes away the pain, the real pain, and I think that's something you should think about. But it should be I try to use it like a medicine, so I don't just use cannabis to use cannabis. I use like a 5 to 10 milligram joint, which is about this much green. What I do is I take an empty tube of tobacco, and then I fill it with like pure cannabis. Sometimes I cut the cannabis with tobacco or something else to make sure I don't go through it as fast. Another herb that will do that. But what the cannabis does is it allows your pain receptors to go down. Your pain receptors drop down and you don't feel as much pain anymore. And that lasts a lot longer than some of your conventional medicines out there do. It's more natural too. You don't have to smoke it. You can eat it in a gummy or something too if you're not into the smoking part of it. You know, you don't have to do that the hard way. But, you know, the appeal of it is that, especially for something like fibromyalgia and chronic pain, it does a lot more than just take away your pain. It lets your worry go out, because you know what it's feel like. You're sitting there in pain, and then you start to worry about things that you shouldn't be worried about, and that pain gets in you and drives your anxieties up, drives everything up. You sleep better, you do all that stuff. That's from my personal experience, though. You should consult your doctor, and you should find someone who you can trust to give you the kind of stuff you need, the natural stuff. We have a very good man who comes and gives us our weed when we order it. He's always been a good dealer for us. He is, not an official Minnesota State representative or anything like that. He's my black market person, but hey, I trust him. I trust him better than I trust any fucking dispensary out there. That's for sure. I always get the best stuff. Nothing laced with anything extra or something I don't want in there. He's always been up and up about everything. Always telling me exactly what brand it is and all that stuff, Yeah, I know. I don't know you were in Sweden, but yeah, it's not illegal. But there are ways to get it. There are ways to get it if you need it. Even if it's illegal, there's still people out there who, smoke it and use it, even though it's illegal to do. So it's just a matter of finding the right person. I wish I could help you. You think a place like Sweden would be the one place that cannabis would be legal in. But there's a lot of bad information about Sweden out there, So I can't say that I know everything about that because I don't. I don't know Sweden's politics or how their system of government works or any of that stuff. So my heritage is from Swedish. Yes, I do get high on it, but what happens is that for that half an hour that I'm high, that I feel the majority of the herb, that allows me to kind of relax, and it lets the voices calm down and stuff like that. And it feels like a sense of lightness sometimes, and you have to go in it with the right mindset. If you go into the mindset that this is something you're not supposed to be doing, you most likely will not have a good experience with it. But if you go into the mindset of this is a medicine I am using to reduce my pain, and I'm only going to do this one joint every 5 hours, that gets me the pain relief I need, just like you would take an aspirin 1 to 4 hours. You're taking that Tylenol. You don't take 3 Tylenol. You can take the maximum amount of Tylenol. Well, one joint is the maximum amount you get, and that's all you get. And that high lasts you for about a half an hour. You feel light, happy most of the time, depending on the kind of cannabis you get. If you get what we call indica, it's more of gonna make you feel calmer. If you're getting the not indica, but I usually get the other one product. I'm sorry, I'm having a bad brain fart. CBDs can give you some pain relief, but they don't quite make the mark sometimes. They can do some pain relief, but the problem with CBD is they take out the most important part of the THC. Is the reason that works so well for pain management is the THC volume. And they reduce the THC volume to levels that are not going to help you. It will give you some pain relief, but it won't give you the whole complete picture. If you did actual cannabis, if you even tried it just once, just to see how it feels and stuff like that, I think you would be pleasantly surprised. But that's my personal opinion. There's nothing in any of those. I didn't think there would be, but it was worth a shot. The one thing I want to tell you about cannabis on your first try of it, though, try to take Like, do you plan on eating it or do you plan on smoking it? That would be the first question you need to ask yourself. Do you want to eat the cannabis in a controlled gummy amount or do you want to smoke it? That's the first choice you make. Then the second choice you make when you take that first one, right? You do one. You do one hit, full drag, take it in, hold it for as long as you can possibly hold it, and then let it out and wait 10 minutes before you do another drink. Let it kind of come through, see how you like it, how the feel of it, because you don't have to do any more after that first hit. If you get really good green, you're going to feel it right away. If you get green that's going to kind of come up on you and be a little bit more ginger about how it gets you high and stuff like that, there's weeds that can get you really high really fast and ones that take a little time to happen, but once they kick in, they're extremely powerful. So it depends on the kind of weed you get. Like I said, types of weed. I know this. I just yeah. Cannabis. Salvia. Yeah, see, it was salvia is the one I couldn't remember. Salvia is the more thinking kind of it. So if you want to have deep introspective conversations kind of stuff, and where your mind keeps working, that's the kind of stuff you want. If you want to dull your senses, then it's the indica. But they also have a mixture they have hybrids too that can kind of do a little bit of both. And depending on how those are grown and mixed together, you can get some pretty good stuff. So yeah, well, sativa, not salvia, sativa. Sorry, I said it wrong. It sounds similar, but I said it wrong. So I apologize. That was my fault. But if you want to try something decent that will probably most likely get you pretty decent high, but not too high, I would try something like something in the cookie family, what they call it, we most call us dessert kind of green. Anything with a dessert kind of a name, like cookies or cake, might be a little bit better for you. Cake takes a little bit longer. Cookies are right away kind of a thing. So you got to think of how long does it make to make a batch of cookies. Well, how long does it take to eat a cookie? That's how long it'll take you to get high. If you were to eat a cake, how long would it take you to eat a cake to get high, blah, blah, blah. And you just do a little by little and you test out how you want to. That first time is going to be the most intensive, but after that, you're going to build a resilience to that. And it's going to take just a tiny bit more every time to get you just a little higher. And when you're ready to go full tilt kitty, smoke the whole thing down and just see how long it lasts for you as a test to see if you like the feeling, because not everyone does. Not everyone likes the feeling. So, it does make you feel out of control for a while. It does kind of let your mind wander and go places that it hasn't gone before. It does give you that sense of self-security that you feel like you're king of the world and you can do no wrong. So it does give you that sense of detachment, especially when you talk about the indica family, okay? That's where you're going to get the detachment and stuff like that. Then it's for me, you're a control freak. Yeah, exactly. Then you'd want more of the sativa kind. You wouldn't want the indica kind. That's the one that you're more in control of. That's when you have, so if you get anything, try the sativa kind first. Don't try the indica to start, because the indica one would probably freak you out. Okay? And they have stuff like hash and stuff like that. It's like, it's just, and if you're fine with the CBD of it all, then try to get like a 5, try to get a little bit higher concentrated CBD if you can. Try to go the highest you can go on CBD and see if you like that first, because that will at least give you an idea. You know what I'm saying? So go get the high CBD that you can possibly get. Use that and see how that makes you feel before you go to cannabis, okay? Because I want you to do it legally before you do it illegally, always. I do it illegally, and I don't give a flying fuck. What are they going to do? Throw me in jail for smoking pot? It's legal to smoke pot. It's just not legal to buy it from a black marketplace. Like, I ain't going to no fucking dispensary to get my weed. My dispensary comes to me. I just pay extra for it. But the other thing, my dispensary delivers. No dispensary out there delivers. Haha. I don't drive. I can't drive anymore. My back doesn't allow me to drive. Yeah, it is. It can be. Especially if you do the wrong combination, it can feel very out of control. But sometimes you need to lose control to find out how to gain that control again. So maybe just once you should try it, just to be out of control, just once to see the other side of the coin. But that's up to you and what you choose to do with your body. Okay? They're telling me I should tell you not to try it. I have a rule today. If they're telling me not to tell you to do something, I'm telling you that that's probably what you should most likely do. If you really want to get out of that head of yours, if you really want to have a deeper spiritual journey, then you have to try something like that. At least go to cannabis before to something, anything else, okay? I know you're not the kind of person who would like to be on something that would make you lose control. So, and that's the other thing. It's not like alcohol where you get behind a wheel. You basically fall into your couch and you don't move for an hour. You watch silly shit on TV and laugh. At least the indica kind. They said you're not ready for that level of uncontrol. You couldn't handle that. You're not ready for that. They keep telling me that stuff. That they don't think you're ready for that kind of an experience. You haven't grown enough to be able to handle it. They're kind of they're being a little bit mean about it, honestly. Yeah, they do know you so well. But like I said, as a personal choice, as something you're putting into your body that is a foreign chemical, I go do research on it. I look at the effects that some good places do have out there that do give you a good idea of what everything is like. There's a lot of good websites out there that give you information that I just don't know everything of. I know what I like. I like an indica slash hybrid mix, but more on the indica side to the then. I usually get hybrids. I get a lot of hybrids, and I like to have my, um, my cannabis have a dual effect. So even when I get my green, I do mix them together. I get an indica and a stelvia, and I mix them all together. That way I get both effects. So even if I do get two separate kinds of green, most likely I'm combining them all together. Because I'm like that weird. I'm that weird. I just want to combine everything together and have the best high I can. Because for that 2 hours that I'm not in pain anymore is the best 2 hours of my fucking life, Cozy. I'll tell you what, I was a big control freak too, and I'll let you know, when I finally was able to let go of all of that control, I never felt so much peace. And that's probably what I'm not supposed to tell you. So you can find out on your own. Yeah. So, there you go. I feel like maybe it's time to get out of here. Ooh, I haven't gotten to him for a while, and he's a great streamer. He's going for a subathon or something like that right now. I'm going to take you to one of my other guys out there who's a great reader as well. I want you guys to give him a like and a follow. We're going to go visit New York Ent for the readers today that we're going to go, and we haven't rated him for a while. I really want to thank you guys for being here today and being a part of Dark Week. We return tomorrow with more Dark Week all week long. We'll be doing it just like this. Even on Wacky Wednesday, we'll be doing this as well. So buckle up, Buttercups. It's going to be a wild ride this week. We'll see you tomorrow. I love you, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye. All right, let's go. I want my new song to play, though. I got to get to my new song, though. All right, guys, on the way out. See you later.